It's about to be a new year, but when it comes to police brutality, ain't nothing changed but the date on the calendar. Based on this body cam video that showed the beating and eventual death of Robert Brooks, a black man, by a gang of white prison guards in a prison hospital, everyone who participated in the beating or stood by and watched it happen should be charged with murder and or accessory to murder. Public shame and termination from their jobs should not be the end of this story. The same as Derek Chauvin was charged with murdering George Floyd and convicted, the same as the cops in Tyreek Hill's murder were charged and convicted, so should these fools be charged with murder and convicted. If it wasn't for New York Attorney General Letitia James, who released the video, the public probably would never have known about this premeditated murder of another black man by these 13 white men wearing badges instead of hoods. Let's call it what it is. At least three of these men, shown in the 20-minute body cam footage, two prison guards and a sergeant, had been named in federal lawsuits filed by prisoners as far back as 4 years ago, accusing them of beatings that left one man disfigured and another wheelchair bound. Now, that's according to an article in the New York Times. So, someone in a leadership position, two other guards named in a previous lawsuit, and with the recorded history of beating on prisoners, and all of them are still on the job, and at least one of them is still in his leadership position. Why is that happening? Because this is who they are. I'm Steffanie Rivers, and you're watching my journal. If you haven't already, be sure to like, share, and subscribe so that when I post new videos, you'll be the first to know. Now, Daniel Martusalo III, he's the corrections commissioner in the state of New York. Now, he acknowledged the long time culture of brutality in the New York prison system, but the commissioner has failed to do anything about it, even though it's within his control to do something about it. And when he was asked by why the three guards with lawsuits still are employed, nobody had a comment on that. From top to bottom, this is who they are. They are the people who wear the persona of being upstanding and law-abiding citizens, but they gang up on a defenseless man and laugh about it. They pretend to be supervisors who lead by example, but they couldn't lead their way out of a bathroom. They pretend to be caring husbands, but like the one in France, they drug their wives, they stand by while other men that they recruit online show up and they allow their wives to be raped over the course of almost a decade. That guy in France who was recently convicted. Now, this is who they are. They work as firefighters. Some of those men who showed up to rape the man's wife, firefighters, civic leaders, corporate executives, and yes, in this case, law enforcement officers who wear the faces of civil men but are the real demons of our society. Why do we expect them to care about us? Because for the past 500 years, they've proven who they are. The question is, who are we? And what are we going to do about it? If Robert Brooks was your son or your father or your brother, what would you do about it? Next time, it could be your son, your father, or your brother. Don't wait until next time. Do something about it. If you want to know more about the things that I care about, you can go to the written version of my journal. That's at eurweb.com. Thank you so much and have a super